Just thought I would come on real quick for a message. So, hope you guys are all doing awesome. I'm going to be coming on doing more lives regularly, or at least sending out a message. So I felt that I should deliver a message. Handsome's in the tub, so I'm like, I'll do a live. And this is really standing out to me today. This sun. And many of you guys know that I use this for the cross breath. As we breathe in, we're bringing focus to the love and the light within us, our God source energy. So when you breathe in and focused awareness to your heart, you are focusing and connecting and illuminating that light. And then when you breathe out, you are extending, you are projecting, you are illuminating that light into your reality. So breathing in, hold it, imagine the light expanding, like getting like a brighter light bulb, hold it, exhale. So when you do that, you are connecting or bringing focus and awareness to the highest frequency you that you're able to experience. So that out breath is literally breathing that out into your reality. It's also grounding that energy to Mother Earth. So to me, it looks like the cross that we bear, any heaviness, challenges, ancestral patterns that you came to break, you bear that cross. But through your experience and through your life, living from an openness, living from the intent to learn from it, transmute it, extract the love in it, you transmute that energy, you transmute it into the love and the light, and you set any darkness or blockages free. That is so beautiful. You are all master light blasters. You are all angels that have come to end certain lineage, to come with a soul purpose, to transmute certain energies, to set them free. Because all dense energies is a concentration of focused energy or lack of energy on something. So, for example, if you're having a hardship, it's focusing on that hardship or that family curse. The more you speak it, think it, you live it. Well, you did not come for that. You came to set that energy, that concentration of shadow or the darker energy. You come to set it free. And how do you set it free? Just through your awareness, just through your observation, because you are the light. So your eyes, symbolically, through your awareness, you are giving light. You're literally giving and infusing light into that situation. That's what light workers do. You work with the light. You work with your heart, your God source energy to infuse the darkness with your light, your experience, your observation, your awareness. That is so beautiful. There's nothing special that you need to do. Jesus is saying you just come with that openness, in that trust, in that faith that, yeah, through my life, you are a testimony. You are a witness of God's source energy, of divinity in motion, just through your awareness. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't need to work endlessly or pursue something, but just through your presence, through your grounding, through being there and observing in that like neutrality. And even when it's painful, just saying, oh, thank you for this experience. It doesn't feel good. My human self might not like the discomfort or being uprooted or the challenge of emotions or despair or sadness or heaviness of thought, mind, and spirit and body. But you can, as a light worker, live the opposing forces and be aware of them all in one. So you can feel the heaviness or the hardship or the challenge simultaneously holding light. That is so beautiful. So let's just, I'm going to ring the bell, see if anything else wants to come through. So I'm going to pull a Christ consciousness message. And I feel that I was really drawn to this picture. I used to use it all the time for a cross breath, but tonight, Spirit said it's transmutation time. So I feel that I am supposed to be speaking on this, which symbolizes our spirit, this earth angel, in the physical, grounding our love, grounding our light, grounding our spiritual energy to earth. And it is through the trials, the tribulations, the challenges. They're there to activate this light. They're there to open us up. They're there to change all timelines. All right, so let's just see if I'm going to ring the bell, see if anything wants to come through. So we, in this moment and now, might be going through a little bit heavier transmutation moments. So you know how life is like a wave. There's ebbs and there's flows, ebbs and flows, highs and lows, spikes up, spikes down. So you might be going through some time where there's stuff being catalyzed, stuff being released within you, and even the crying and in that releasing, you're transmuting. So you might be being called right now to do a little more transmutation than normal. And transmuting just means taking that dense energy and loosening it up and setting it free, finding the love in it. God's source energy, right? Created all. All is created by God. God is in all. Everlasting, omnipresent, no time or space. Everything is all at once. So there is love in everything. And that is what a master does. Sometimes a master, light blaster, it's like dynamite in this thick ledge, and they're trying to make a highway or blast open a cave to do mining. So the light blasts it open and releases the light, the original energy that everything was created in. All right. Spirit says, welcome. Welcome all. Welcome. You are me and I am you. Welcome is the energy of love. When we gather, we are bringing a focused, intentional awareness to this light, to this what Ria calls master light blasting. For that is what you do. It is fun to ascribe certain labels or definitions. That's part of the human experience. It makes it fun. It makes it relatable. So you guys all truly are a master light blaster. Blasting your light simply means projecting into your reality through your awareness, through your observation, through your focus, your light. And when you can intend the highest frequencies in your observations, awareness, projections, you are really putting that blasting into effect, blasting love into all. Oh, they want me to talk about myself. So, oops, I was on the beach today. I was really annoyed with someone, and I started focusing on the negativity, and then all of a sudden I stopped. I remembered who I am, and I just said, oh, thank you for so-and-so. Thank you for this experience. Thank you for their light. And that can be very challenging at times, especially when you're really being triggered or really getting sent some sharper energy. I almost focused and was going to illuminate and curse the person. And not really curse, but just say, all right, and I didn't. I stopped and I tried to engage my light. All right. What else, Spirit? They're laughing. They're saying you all have this capability. You are human. You have come to do what Jesus has done and more. After all, Jesus was human. He was valuable in what you would consider that, but yet not. valuable as a gift. It is bringing forth doubts, mistrust. It's a meaning or a definition for what's the word? Diluting your power, diluting your energy. So you're not valuable by nature. Those are just moments, human moments to be thankful for, where you're diluting your energy in order to reignite it. They're showing me like cock back a gun. You're like cocking it back to connect and engage to more of that light, more of that power. Anything else? Oh my goodness. Stumbling, tripping. That is fun. You stumble, you trip, you fall down, you cry, you get a sore. You look back at what you stumbled on many times, revisiting, reliving, rethinking these areas in life where you felt you have tripped up, where you felt you weren't paying attention, where you felt if I was paying attention and I was aligned, I wouldn't have fallen and hurt myself. These this is a metaphor, symbolically speaking, of when you trip and fall, when you feel that doubt of your past, where you're looking back, oh my God, how the hell did I fall? How did I trip? What did I step? Or how did I get that flat tire? Or how did I scrape my knee? Or how did I get that bruise? What was it? And they're saying we can be really hard on ourselves in this, but this too, you can think of it as Jesus, a way to bring a greater trust, anchor in your power. All is as it should be. There are no mistakes. Acceptance is invaluable. It's valuable. It is those times that are teaching you your power. Just because something happened does not mean that you cannot create anew, that you will not heal, that you will not take the experience gained, wisdom gained, knowledge gained from something to continue your creation, to continue to expand out with a greater awareness, a greater presence. Sometimes we trip and fall because we are in the mind and we're not being present. So it teaches us a presence, not to rush past the moment, to release worry, to be focused in the now. That is where your power is. When you can focus on that which is before you, your light, your energy becomes more intensified because you are not diluting it. It is what you would call more concentrated, not diluted, when you're fully in that moment. And when those moments, trip-ups happen, embrace, laugh, thank it. There is no wrong. There is nothing that can diminish your beauty, can diminish your worth, that can diminish anything about you other than you diluting your own power through negativity, through thoughts, through judgment of self, judgment of what has happened. When you judge what has happened in your reality, you're literally judging yourself because you literally created that experience for your benefit. And as far as the larger collective goes, the news and all of that, what the collective is experiencing, it is simply a collective energy that's bringing it into a collective awareness. It is an exaggeration of what you may be going through. It is a gift for you to see a piece of energy of yourself. Observe in neutrality. in awe, in awareness. And then you empower yourself. Your light literally becomes bigger and brighter because you're not judging. Judgment condenses, depresses. Where when you look at something in neutrality, you allow it to be. You give it permission. So in your reality, when you judge yourself, you're not giving yourself permission, and you become depressed. Your energy becomes compressed. So those trip-ups of the past, those mistakes, those wrong turns that you call mishaps, wrong choices, wrong decisions, unalignment, when you give them definitions that is not serving you, you diminish yourself because you created those to serve you. That's a good one. And in that, you create the greatest transmutation. You make everything okay in all timelines, infusing it with love and acceptance and presence. How beautiful. You become this instead of just in the dark with a droplet of light. No, you become this. You anchor this into your experience on all timelines. It's kind of like the saying when they say, what you do unto your brother, you do unto me. What you do unto this timeline, you do unto the whole. The energy that you give unto your timeline here and now, your reality, you give it unto God. God is all. All is now. And when you can live in acceptance, forgiveness, compassion, openness, questioning, that's all good. When you question, that's good. You open up a door to receive, you transmute. You transmute heavy duty. You transmute in a master light blaster fashion. Oh my God, that's so empowering. I really needed that message. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to pull just a quick message from Jesus. Open up your hand and you shall receive. I love that. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Onto it, Oracle. Oh, that was quick. Oh my God. We got this last time or the other night. Denial. It does go along with the message. When you judge, Spirit is saying, when you judge your experience, when you feel you've tripped up, when you feel that you did something wrong, you deny yourself your own power, Spirit is saying. You deny the transmutation process. It's almost like, no, I don't want to look at that. Oh, I don't want to think about when I did that. Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. Oh my God, that was horrible. That's living in denial. You don't want to see that. But when you allow it, then you actually are transmuting energy and allowing it to work for you. When you deny yourself your experience, when you deny yourself your reality, you deny pieces, fractions of your own light. This card we did the other night, and it's when Peter denied Jesus, but then he ended up creating and being the rock of the church, or creating that church, a foundation of Christ, of that pure God source energy. So it's like if you denied yourself something, say an experience, say a job, say a relationship, say a decision, say a health matter, say just something mundane that you wish you didn't do, then you deny yourself that piece of yourself that is actually serving you. You transmute that energy, that quote unquote negative vibe, thought, experience into positivity. So when he was denying Jesus. So when he was denying Jesus, he was basically denying that frequency of himself, unconditional love, his brother, out of fear of getting persecuted or, in trouble. But then he ended up being that great leader or foundation, being a rock. What's the point of this? So whatever it is that you are initially denying, you have a very strong position in it to support it, to change it, to transmute it, to rectify energies, to balance energies. So they're saying to look very closely at that which you don't want to look at, that which you don't want to see, that which you don't want to face, that's something you can't handle. Because that is the very energy you need to allow. So if Peter didn't end up transmuting his fear, then he wouldn't have built that church, I think it was, right? Denial and weakness. So when you pray for strength, you want to pray for the strength, not necessarily to change something, but to allow it, to see it, to experience it in the fullness that it is. It's like if you have a really bad memory or something really sad and you can only handle it in increments because it's too much, that's okay. That's okay. Allow yourself the increments, the episode, like when you've cried over something, but you're not completely done, then you got to cry again, then you got to do some more releasing. That is all beautiful. That is part of the transmutation process. What this card is saying is the opposite, where you repress it, you deny it, you don't want to go there, you escape, you do anything to prevent yourself from experiencing that moment. So it's through the experience that you transmute it, allowing yourself the experience of yourself. All right. So just think, what am I denying? What do I not want to face? What do I not want to introspect or reflect on? Could be something very little, like, just something basic or something big. You could be denying yourself of simple pleasures. I don't know, going to a movie, eating a sweet treat, buying something you want. Then you deny yourself the experience of something that is pleasurable. Not as an escape, but as something that truly is fulfilling. Everything is transient. Nothing lasts forever. It's not about buying something to fill in a hole, but it's about self-love and giving yourself that experience is what Spirit is talking about. It can be you can be denying yourself a experience that was hard for you, challenging, heartbreaking. You might be denying yourself that healing and that release and those cries. That too is needed. Even though it may not feel super good in the moment, it is cleansing. It is self for the soul. And it is through your experience that you do that transmutation. It goes back to the beginning of this live, where you allow your awareness, where you allow your observation. You also allow the cleansing and the healing light emanating over it, through it, shifting it forever on all timelines. Could be some things hard to face, things in areas where you lie to yourself. Like, I'm going to start this tomorrow. I'm not going to do that anymore. So even the little white lies, little fibs, little things, it's okay not to want to do something. That's not what Spirit is saying. It is just saying be truthful and honest and observe it. So instead of taking something, say exercise, say you want to start a new exercise program, instead of saying, Oh, I'll do that tomorrow. It's okay to just say, oh, I really just am not in the mood to start that program right now, and that's okay. Don't lie to yourself. Just be authentic and honest. That is more powerful than denial. So authenticity, no matter how it feels, truth is always more powerful than this denying, escaping, and lying to yourself. And not that there's judgment on any of that. We're human. Jesus was human. He had human experiences, and that's beautiful. It's realizing and being aware of your decisions or things you've done and learning and growing from them. All right. Good message today. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you guys who watch now and later. I see people, but I don't see comments. So thank you very much for joining, guys. And thank you for watching. And I will...